So the Ringer just dropped their top 25 NBA players in the NBA as of the 2021 season nears its conclusion. This is written by the Ringer staff, and we're going to be reacting to it today. If you guys enjoy these style videos of reacting to articles and YouTube videos and list type stuff, drop a thumbs up. So this year, we limited the panel to our pool of regular analysts: Dan Devine, Kyle Mann, Rob Mahoney, and Kevin O'Connor. So it's between 4 guys, and we can just start reacting to it right now. So number 25 is Karl-Anthony Towns. Okay. If we're asking who's the best player on the planet, I think Cat is low. Gotcha. So I don't really know what to say about Cat because I don't know who they left off yet. I don't know who they have in front of Cat, so I really won't be able to say who I have where. So Cat at 25. I feel like a couple years ago he was at his peak. He was probably close to the 10 to 15 range, and he's probably fallen off a little bit, proving that he can't lead the Timberwolves to the playoffs. And I mean, the roster isn't great, and maybe they'll get a Cade Cunningham, but hey, maybe they'll get the 4th pick and they don't even get a first round pick, and he asks for a trade. Who knows? So they have Cat at 25. I think that's kind of fair, like around that range. But let's see what happens next at 24. So we have Drew Holiday. Okay, you know what? I love it. I love when people give Drew Holiday the respect because he's not a flashy guy. It's really because he's a great defender, and he's one of the best defensive players in the league, and he's had a very good year. He's actually been a really good playmaker for the Milwaukee Bucks as well this year. So Drew Holiday in front of Cat, I know that's not like a sexy decision, but you know what? I can definitely get behind that, so I won't hate on that too much. So I'm a fan of that. Next up, we have Bam Adebayo at 23, so they're kind of saying Bam's better than Karl-Anthony Towns. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough because Bam is obviously a way better defender than Cat. He's gone way further than Cat's imagined in the playoffs since he's been in the finals. But he does play with the Jimmy Butler. Cat did play for Jimmy Butler with a year, and they were kind of the same team, and they were the 8th seed, and the Heat were what last year, like the 4 or 5 seed, but then that was in the Western Conference. I'm okay with saying Bam's better than Cat. I am. Yeah, I think I'm fine with that. So I don't really have any nothing's really coming out at me yet from this ranking so far, so let's see who's at 22, and they have Donovan Mitchell. Okay. So they definitely have Devin Booker in front of Donovan Mitchell. We'll see who's in front of Donovan Mitchell. And it is Julius Randle. Okay, so is this just this year or is this overall? Players in the NBA today. So I don't think it's just this season. Are we actually saying Randle's a top 20 guy? He's at 21. Maybe I'm just more shocked as a Knicks fan, given how much I hated Julius Randle last year, just to even imagine him at 21 in a top 25 list. All right. I mean, okay, I'd rather, if we're saying right now, I don't know if it's this season, but I'm taking Donovan Mitchell over Julius Randle. I'm taking Bam Adebayo over Julius Randle. I'm taking Karl-Anthony Towns over Julius Randle. Maybe not Drew Holiday. Maybe not, but I'm just kind of shocked to see Randle. I'd probably put Randle at 25 and then bump everyone down a slot. Yeah, we'll see who they have at 20. Devin Booker, so Randle 1 spot behind Booker. I wouldn't even have them that close. I wouldn't. But okay, they go Booker in front of Donovan Mitchell, and Devin Booker, hey, he's gonna be probably a 2 seed this year, and we'll see what he can do for the first time making the playoffs in his career. This is what, his 6th season, maybe his 5th, and he's gonna be making the playoffs for the first time. It's kind of crazy, right? So next up we have, let's see, Bradley Beal. All right, I'm fine with Bradley Beal in front of Booker and Donovan Mitchell at 19. 18, we have Rudy Gobert. I know he's not a flashy guy, and I think he should definitely be in the top 25 and maybe even the top 20, but I don't think I'm taking Gobert over Beal, Booker, maybe Randle, not Mitchell, not Bam. Bam's tough, though, because, yes, Gobert's a better defender, but Bam can provide you so much more on the offensive end, and even Cat, but I'm fine with Gobert over Cat because it's Cat's offense, Gobert's offense, but then it's Gobert's defense, Cat's defense, and there's probably a bigger margin between them there, but I'm just kind of shocked to see Gobert in front of, Booker and Mitchell, and maybe a little bit of Beal. I'm fine in front of Bam and, Randle. So, all right, let's see who's at 17. We got Jason Tatum. Seems a little, does that seem low? It depends who's in front of him. But, in my mind, I thought I would see Tatum top 15. So let's see who they have in front of Tatum. Kyrie Irving. Okay, I'm fine with that. Kyrie at 16. Next up at 15, we have Jimmy Butler, who is having a career-style year. So I'm okay, still giving, Jimmy Butler the respect and having him in front of Jason Tatum. Yeah. All right, I'm cool with this list so far. I wonder if they're going to have Zion in the top, 25. I'm guessing they will if they... but then Zion's kind of high, right? Because, if Julius Randle's in the top 25, Zion's probably going to be in the top 25. So next up, we have Paul George at 14. All right. Okay. Paul George. I don't know if I would take Paul George in front of Jimmy Butler. I don't. It would be close. It would be very close, and like you would have the Paul George, Jimmy Butler, Jason Tatum range. It is very close, but I'm okay with Paul George at 14. He's having a great regular season. We just got to see what he does in the playoffs this year, because that's the whole knock on him. Is he going to be playoff P? Is he going to be pandemic P? Will he show out in the playoffs, or is he going to be kind of a shell of himself and be inefficient like he kind of was last year? So let's see who they got up at 13. It is Zion. All right. Are we really going to call Zion a top 15 guy in the NBA? Oh my God, he's averaging 27 on the season. That is crazy. That is crazy. Not gonna lie. I don't think he's gonna develop his jumper. I'm not too adamant about that. I don't know. It just doesn't look very good. I think he's gonna be kind of an inside guy his whole career, but he's averaging 27, 7, and 4. Sheesh. It's just like when I put Zion in front of George, Butler, and Tatum, and even Kyrie already, I mean, I don't know. Beal, Booker, Mitchell, it's tough. It really is. But Zion coming in at 13, that is pretty high. And maybe I just have to accept that. Maybe I'm just like not ready to accept that Zion's already a top 15 guy in the NBA. Because like Luka in his sophomore year, he kind of rose up to being a top 15 guy in the NBA. And in his third year, right? This is his third year, or is this his fourth year? It's his third year. He's a top 10 guy in the NBA. So maybe I just have to accept the fact, but my outlook's going off. But yeah, I just have to accept the fact that Zion's a top 15 guy in the NBA already. Chris Paul at 12. I love Chris Paul, and I think he's top 15, but it's just tough putting Chris Paul in front of like George. Like Jimmy hurts a lot. Jimmy is tough. And maybe Tatum and everything, but I know Chris Paul has catapulted the Clippers. He's catapulted the Rockets. He's catapulted the Thunder. He's catapulted the Suns especially. But just 12, it's tough. It's tough. I mean, I love Chris Paul. He's one of my favorite players ever. It's just tough a little bit to put him at 12. But maybe I gotta like realize the fact too on that. Damian Lillard at 11. All right. So Damian Lillard out of the top 10. So we'll see who they got at number 10. It's Luka Doncic. So their top 9 is gonna look like what? We got KD, we have Harden, we have LeBron, we have AD, we have Steph, we have Giannis, we have Kawhi, we have Jokic and Embiid. Would I put all those players in front of Luka? Maybe. Let's see. So 80 at 9. He's had one of the worst seasons of his career, but it's definitely due to injuries. Already missed 30 games on the season, as it says right here. But he's still a top 10 player. People were saying he's like a number 3 guy in the NBA last year, and I thought that was way too high. I thought he was always around the 5-6 range. Like I was always still taking LeBron, KD, Giannis, Kawhi, and Steph over him, and then I'd put him at 6. But now you probably take Harden over AD, and then maybe the other bigs. Is he the third best big in the league? Is it AD? Is it Jokic? Is it Embiid? Let's see. Next up, we have James Harden at 8. That's fine with me. It's just like the whole thing, like Embiid and Jokic in front of Harden. Okay. Next up, we have Giannis at 7. Really? Giannis at 7, and this is like top 25 players in the NBA right now, not like just this season. So I think that's a little low for Giannis, honestly. Kawhi at 6. I feel like that's a little low as well. KD at 5. That's fine. I mean, will he ever play 75% of the season again? I don't know. I do think it's just tough seeing Giannis and Kawhi at 7 and 6. Curry at 4. All right, so maybe it is this season because Embiid at 3, LeBron at 2, and Jokic at 1. So it is this season. Okay. All right. Well, I was looking at that completely wrong. But like would I have Cat at 25 then on the season? Like, because the way I thought it was like overall is because they said rank the 25 best players in the NBA today. That doesn't mean like in the 2021 season. I just think that's overall. But okay, I guess that makes sense. If you're going to do just this season, I guess you guys can let me know if there was anybody left off this list that you thought should definitely be here. No Ben Simmons in the top 25. I guess that's something like no Pacers. But I guess that's obviously going to make a lot of sense. No, okay. All right. So that is your top 25. Like I would even maybe consider about putting Fox over Cat at 25 for that slot. Because I guess, yeah, based off the season, that makes sense if we're going to, but then like LeBron at 2 for the games he's missed. I don't know. You guys can let me know what you guys think of this list down below. It makes a little bit more sense if you're looking at it just this season, because then I can justify seeing CP3 that high, like maybe AD that low, and what's his name, Zion that high. So yeah, like it's just this season, I guess. I'm cool with that. But yeah, you guys can let me know down below. Drop a like if you guys did enjoy the reaction video. I'll leave a link to the Ringer article down below in the description. I love you guys, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.